How is it a weird thing to
It's
do?
very weird because, I mean, it's like I'm outside.
Every time we start the show like this, I'm like, I wish I could bring people into our world. I wish I could tell them the inside jokes.
Yeah.
The inner secrets.
So they can hear it.
The suspense is fine.
My people, welcome to Take 3. I'm Ekemini Jane, and today we're looking beyond the lights, cameras, and red carpets to the business that keeps Nollywood alive. We will all enjoy finished products, but what does it cost to make a movie in Nigeria today? We'll be sitting down with Filmmaker to have a conversation about every movie lover, how every movie lover, filmmaker, and creative shouldn't miss this. Trust me, you'll want to stay for this one.
Absolutely. I feel like I am most excited about our guest for today. But my name is Kate Adiogun, and today Asherkine is speaking out about one of the many challenges that content creators like himself face during a shoot. We've had that conversation plenty of times, even for actors and actresses as well. And of course, this comes after his arrest during a content shoot at the University of Lagos. And this raises an important question: where does creativity and the law meet? We'll get into it very soon.
Yep. Get into a lot of things very soon. I'm sure you are eagerly waiting to know what we are getting into because we're giving you so many promises. We'll get into it. Well, I'm Adebo, aka the voice of God. Today's trending is a story that has left many people shocked. Yeah, a young lady broke down after claiming she lost 10 million naira. She had been saving through an Ajo scheme. Hey, whoa. The reactions have been emotional and the opinions have been divided. And you already know how it is. We would like to hear you. So you're going to be sending in your messages via WhatsApp. We're going to read it out. Tell us where your messaging is from. Drop your name, drop your comments, and you know how we do as well. And let people know that the show is about to happen. And also go on YouTube to drop your comments as well, because we'll be reading it out live on the show. We're going to be taking a short break, but when we come back, we're diving into our first conversation. Asherkine is in the news. We'll be right back after this, quickly. Yes, anytime you see me do this, I'm ready to cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. All right. Yes, sir. Let's go. Now, popular content creator Asherkine, the guy that used to help people's life, is making headlines after revealing that he was allegedly arrested while filming content at the University of Lagos. According to Asherkine, he and members of his team were taken into custody during the shoot. An incident, he says, left him shocked, traumatized, and frustrated. In a video shared online, the influencer questioned why content creators continue to face challenges while creating videos in public spaces, despite obtaining what they say, when you take permission, what they believe as taking necessary permission before you shoot. Let's watch this.
What happened in the University of Lagos? Give us gist. Tell us what happened. Do a story time. I'm not a story time guy. I don't like talking too much on this speed, but you request it too much. So let me just tell you, making it be like say wicked. Anyways, so I go to University of Lagos, right? On a regular thing. Like, I just want to go film, like, ask people a couple of questions and give them some money. Basically, that's what I went there to do, right? Very much COD unrelated, in fact. And then, I'm almost done, by the way. I'm like, it was a quick thing, less than an hour type of shoot. I'd interviewed like maybe 9 people or something, but I was about to do my last person, and then these guys just walk up in like orange jackets. I'm personally, looking at it like, I'm not cruising, we just talk to them, as I one senior man came, wasn't trying to hear anything. It's a school that I also want to come back to, like, I graduated from there. Like, I don't want to be blacklisted or anything, so I'm taking it really easy and I'm being very humble about it, right? But then we go to the we go to the security. That's how they say, I should write statements. They first put me behind the counter. They now clamp my tire. Hey, Jesus Christ. That's the only part I got mad. Like, why you clamping my car? Like, I'm already being obedient to all your... Why you clamping my car, boy? Yeah, whatever, man. Sha. He ended up on a round table. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, next time I'm going to go there, I'm going to take permission. So if you're a maker, a creator, make sure you take permission before you enter University of Lagos. Make the no go, put you here. I'm supposed to sleep for panty this night. Okay, I better go. But yes, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I don't just.
So the incident has sparked conversations online with some Nigerians arguing that security agencies and institutions need clearer guidelines to content creators, because others, however, believe that creators should always obtain formal authorization before filming on school premises to avoid security concern.
That's valid.
Like, we know that a lot of UNILAG people will be angry because their helper came to UNILAG and you said, no, you cannot do giveaway here.
But how many people was it going to get through to anyways?
People have said this thing on social media that everybody has a when I meet Asherkine moment. There's already a mental calculation. If I meet Asherkine and she'll ask me, I already know I'm going to do my answer. Or if they do that one where they say, enter the shop, and back, I know where I'm going to. And then the day finally comes. And you say that you want to be the enemy of progress. UNILAG, wow.
Unfortunately, you might not be the one. So
there's a 1% possibility.
Yes.
0.02.
0.0001.
Somebody, even that 0 is nasty.
It's still someone.
Life you go change.
But fortunately or unfortunately, UNILAG put a ban on these things, that you can't just come to school premises to record content without taking proper permission. And the permission is quite, proper. They have to know what you're shooting for, what the content's about, who would be filming. So it's a whole process that he didn't, abide by. And it don't happen. So maybe UNILAG students, you go outside your gate and stand there.
Asherkine, come back.
Asherkine, come back. We're outside.
Carry placards. But I feel like that cuts it though, because he has mentioned that he probably was not aware of that ban, that clause. So, I mean, there's no, until it goes there next time, Abby, to the lucky, hopefully the lucky one will be able to get whatever Asherkine is coming to.
What I expect the students to do now is to go on social media.
Okay.
And say, Asherkine, please come back. We'll write the consent form we have submitted. Did you understand? To say, like, please don't give up on us. Just, if you need us to carry the letter directly to the office and submit it and collect the stamp on your behalf, please don't give up on us.
But on a more serious note, yes, I think this is a cue for every content creator out there. To anywhere you're going to shoot, you need to find out that do they have any rule, any ban, whatever in place to make sure that your shooting process is very peaceful, is smooth, without any issues. Because looking at the Bimbodime's video that surfaced a few months ago as well, of course, that one is not
that one is out.
That one allowed. But I'm just saying that for actors, for actresses, filmmakers, directors, and whatnot, it's also important to find out that, okay, this school that we are going to shoot, do they have any clause or caveats or whatever for content creators in place before we come and do whatever it is we're coming to do?
I think that should be like part of typical location scouting. You understand? Like, what do I need to abide by? Like, if you want to shoot in another country, you would ask,
do all those things.
What permits do I need? If you're going to the airport to shoot, if you're going to a ministry to shoot. So I think it's just a general thing, but we're not used to... A lot of people are not used to maybe the formality or the structures.
That's why we're saying it. I
think that a couple of people were speaking of the fact that what he's doing is giving back to the society, giving back to the community. So it's not like he's coming to UNILAG to sell a product or trying to, talk about his brand. He's trying to help people.
He's not dancing.
That should not be.
No, that's what I'm saying. So people are saying that, come on, at least knowing what he's here to do, they would have at least today you didn't know. Since you didn't know today, we would let this happen. But next time, when you're coming in, you need to take this permission, come with this documentation moving forward. But taking him to their security point, putting him behind counter. I feel that was a bit, you know.
What if they didn't know him, though? You know, it's possible they don't know him.
But he would have explained, I'm here to do this. This is what I usually do. See my content. I think that's what most of them do. If you approach a content creator that you don't know and say, why are you here shooting? You say, oh, look at what I do. I'm a content creator. I go around to ask celebrity questions. And this is what you show them. Yeah. So I don't think he was just quiet in the whole process of what happened.
Like you just stand there.
You just stand.
But you also know that is a ban, is a rule, Abby. So the security operatives in the institution too would want to say, okay, if you come and do this is the punishment. So
why was it behind counter? Why is it behind counter?
It's punishment.
Did he steal? Did he steal something? Relax.
Or was it really behind counter?
He said it now.
The video just showed him writing statement.
He said he had to write statement behind counter. As long as you have crossed that counter.
Is that a criminal?
There's problem.
I want to know, like...
Come on.
It's giving criminal.
Come on.
It's a criminal offense.
It's giving criminal. I think that was the problem.
Because what do you mean by you came to shoot content and you not let us know?
Hey. Now, wow.
Take reactions from Nigeria.
I'm shocked. But it's okay. It's really okay.
Reaction.
Let's take a few reactions from X, and you can also send us your reactions on WhatsApp as well. What do you think? All right, this one says, this Big Smokes. So UNILAG now has a rule against creating content on campus without permission. Yeah, that's it. It's been since October last year, yeah. At Zoe says, guess he'll have to settle for a vlog from his cell. Because campus Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's now restricted.
Well, it's home now.
Okay. There's a lot.
Serious.
There's a lot. All right. At Ademilare says, this is ridiculous. What is Nigeria turning into? How can you arrest someone who has not committed any crime? Okay, but he didn't commit a crime, shall? Okay. Omotoyosi says the school has rules for content creators and shooting of content. Follow the rules, but na so emotions on a go they use paint the school bad every time. Okay. People are reacting differently to this. At Arinze said arrested for shooting content in your own alma mater. If he didn't break any rule, that's wild. But if the school has policies on filming, then content creators also need to respect them. Either way, I hope the matter gets resolved fairly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool stuff. Kelvin says if he broke the school's rules or failed to get permission, then the authorities have the right to enforce them.
In that.
Hopefully, the matter is resolved fairly.
Hopefully.
Just don't put me behind counter. Okay. No problem. No problem. I think that's all we have. Okay. All right. You can still send in your comments on WhatsApp. Tell us what you think. Did Asherkine go too far? Yeah. But did UNILAG go too far in putting him behind counter?
If yes, say yes.
I'm just saying. If yes, say yes. If no, say no. Send us a message on WhatsApp and on YouTube. We're live there as well. We'd like to hear from you. All right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, guys. Okay. Are we moving on to our next conversation, guys? Whew. Okay, let's move on to the next conversation. I think we are ready for that. Okay. We have a special guest coming up shortly, so don't worry. Like Kemini and Kate said, we'll be unveiling them as they come. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, our next hot band will be live. We'll be right back after this.
Of course, you're still watching Take 3. Thank you for sticking around. Now to our next conversation for the day. We've been teasing it since that we have a special guest. We have a special guest. Now is the time for you to know what we have with us in the studio today. Now, Nollywood has grown into one of the world's largest film industries, creating jobs, shaping culture, and telling stories that resonate far beyond our borders. But behind every successful production is the business of filmmaking. From raising capital and managing budgets to distribution, marketing, and turning creativity into a sustainable career. Now, joining us to unpack the realities of building a thriving film business in Nigeria. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? It's filmmaker, writer, actor. I mentioned her name yesterday, my own queen.
It's Take 3. Welcome. Welcome.
Can you guys hear it?
Welcome. It's not easy. Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Like she always used to say, beautiful people of this wicked world. Good people of this wicked world.
Exactly.
Good people of this wicked world. We
I
have
salute you.
the awesome we're happy to have you here on the show.
Thank you. I think we've been trying to do this for a minute.
Yes, so yes,
we have.
We thank
we
the Lord.
have.
We are here now.
Finally, the Lord has done it.
Finally. So yes, remember you're part of the show as well. You can still send us your message. You know, we have greatness in the building, so you can also send your questions that you would like her to talk about as well. Okay, let's dive right on it. Ladies, let me let you go. Ladies first.
Okay, let's take it away. Thank you for being here today again. You have built a reputation for telling emotionally resonating stories while also maintaining consistent output. I mean, you still dropped the movie on YouTube yesterday. What does it really take to build a sustainable filmmaking business in Nigeria today?
One word would be you just bamboozle your way through it. Because not every venture, particularly in Nollywood in itself is a gamble. You know, you believe in your story first, or you believe in a story that you have purchased. You gather this ensemble of people thinking that, you know, you try to go according to the formula. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So really, it's a gamble. But I think that what has helped me sustain is, why am I making films? Why do I even tell stories in the first place? And it's because I just want to be able to hold a mirror to our human experiences and maybe help one person navigate murky water. So I think for me, that is what has kept me going. Because many times you lose money, sometimes you make money. And sometimes you make some money to cover some losses. The landscape is constantly changing.
Right.
The audience are evolving. One minute you think everybody's loving comedy. The next minute they are loving action film. The next minute is epic. So you have put money in epic. Before you know it, they've all moved on to another thing. So you really don't know. But I think that one of the most important things is understanding, why do you even make films in the first place? You know? And I think that over the last few years, we've learned that story is so much more important now than the ensemble cast and the paparazzi of it all, you know, because the audience now, they've been so fed that they know when they see a good story. And they are not looking at any other thing, you know, than that. So, you know, nobody can, I'm not sure any of my colleagues would say to you, this is how we have been navigating it. To be honest, a lot of us are just winging it, you know, because this industry in itself is self-funded, out of pocket for a lot of people. Yeah.
You know, I'm so glad that you mentioned funding, right? Because we often hear that it's one of the biggest challenges for Nollywood. Can you talk to us about that? What's the funding situation like?
Well, I think the number one problem would always be funding, because you see, when there's funds, then with funds you can create facilities, you can create structures. We want to tell bigger stories, but we don't have the facility to do that. For you to have the facility to do that, you need money. We don't have the structure to do it. For you to do that, you need money. So really, money sits critically at the very top of it. A lot of the money that are coming to the industry, I mean, from the inception would have been family money. Uncle borrow me, uncle give me, daddy has. I mean, I think there was one filmmaker whose mother used their house for collateral for her to make a first film. So it's been that. Then recently, because of the advent of the streamers, we had more private money coming in, which is investors coming in, companies, people saying, oh, there's a market here. Because I think for some time, they just thought that we're fafas. You know, just Igbo, you know, and then the Igbo traders were just, okay, this is a business.
There we go.
You know, but when the streamers came in, they really just opened up. They could see, a lot of private investors could see, there's a business here, so we can create certain structures, we can make money available. Where is now they have go to their family house. So we are all trying to figure it out, to be honest. It would always remain critical. And I think that beyond that is that when we see the money, training, because when the money comes, we need to be trained how to effectively deploy the money, so that the money does not just be like, say, you flush it down the toilet.
So, great conversation. There was something that piqued my interest in what you were saying. You spoke about the audience shifting.
Yes.
If you would invest in comedy, they've moved to epic. You invest there, so you can't really tell. And I remember there was a content you put out. You were talking about how the audience, people would intentionally go and look for Nollywood films that are not up to standard to be able to criticize them, that they wouldn't intentionally look for the good ones to watch. But do you think that is the case, or it's a case of what is available in large quantity compared to the quality movies that you say?
Yes, I mean, I totally agree that what is available in large quantity is that, but what is available in large quantity is also influenced a lot by the audience. And I think that I remember this post talking about this video was where I talked about the need to really educate the audience.
Right.
Because the audience need to move past Genevieve Day, Clara Chukura Day, the film go tough.
Go tough.
They need to move. They need to move past that because, you know, it is that ensemble, that is the, God help me, quote and unquote, that is the Igbo man thinking. If I put this guy, my money will come back.
Go come back.
Yes.
The investment go up.
Investment, you know.
Yeah.
So attentions were not paid to the story because people were like, Ramsey there, but you know. But I think that we are moving past that. Not all of us can afford those people anymore. True. But some of us want to really tell great stories. And what that also does is it limits opportunities for young up and coming. They will never get to be the stars because you, the audience, refuse to choose them. You get. And I am making money. I'm doing a business. I put money in. I want the money to come back. Even if I don't make profit, let the capital come say I can make another one.
Yes.
You know? And so I'm not going to gamble my money and say, I like Kate's face. She looks like a great actor. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look for money and cast my sure bankers and hope for the best.
Wow.
You know?
But let's talk about social media for a minute now.
Yes.
How do you think social media has influenced how filmmakers now promote the movie or even the type of stories that you tell?
It's a lot, yes.
Social media, you know, for me, I always say social media is like your shop. To anybody who uses it, it is not to catch, it is your shop. Okay. What are you selling? You display all the products, you know. So that's the first thing that social media is useful for. I think that I may be guessing wrong. Is the question how we have all now turned to dancing and singing and skitting, you know. So if that is the question, that is the difference. But I think that social media is very effective and one of the cheapest ways for you to market because it's a free platform. If you know exactly what content you want to curate there to ensure that you have engagement. But then there's also the fact that people love your social media presence, but they are not converting on your, maybe on your channel or on your platform or whatever. You know, there are two different things.
Yeah.
So sometimes people like, you know, even for us producers, when we select certain actors, you select them based on the social media engagement. But we don't take a critical look at what are their audience really engaging in. Because sometimes this person that has huge engagement would post your trailer and there's little or no engagement. True. But we'll post him or herself in a really nice outfit and there's thousands of engagement. Because it means that that audience are liking the fashion. And not, you know, so you have to, I think that for us, it just really calls us to really, really think. You know, fortunately in Nigeria, as a filmmaker, this should not be my job. I should have someone that says, I do film. Oh, yeah, my Kate.
Yes.
But you will write, you will direct, you will produce, you will act, you will dance, you will clap, you will do everything.
You wear glasses.
You know? My goodness. All this investment. But I think that that's what social media is for anyone. It's just that, it's just think about it as your shop. And you have to find a way to get people to come and patronize you.
Interesting, interesting. Now, let's look at, because there's been a debate that these days we only credit movies by how much streams they get. Because it seems like most filmmakers are aiming for box office numbers now. That whatever it takes, let's get the numbers. Regardless of how the story goes, regardless of how the production goes, but let's get the numbers. So do you think that that is beginning to water down the amount of, you know, intentionality they put in storytelling, in casting, in all these things, just to hit the numbers, even if the movie look good? Let's just get people to watch it.
Nigeria, we celebrate mediocrity a lot. And we are great announcers.
Wow.
Great announcers. Because you see, the announcement is sometimes what... I think we've talked about it earlier. Genevieve did this one day, it go tough. 1 million views in 24 hours, it goes sweet. So people are gunning for that. Even if the naira and kobo of it does not make any sense, because sometimes you are seeing the numbers, it's not really translating to money. But the producers are so obsessed with numbers because they believe that when you see the numbers, it would propel the audience to go see the movie. So we are obsessed with numbers. Even like, on Monday, any film releases tomorrow now, by Monday, biggest opening of the weekend.
You know.
We love announcements.
Yeah.
Announcement is pushing pressure. Definitely putting pressure on filmmakers because you also want to announce. You know, you also want to, because it has also become a yardstick for success.
True.
That's how people think that you're bankable.
True.
So we are suffering from a lot. We're suffering from classism, mediocrity, and I remember the third one just now. Classism, mediocrity, one other thing I remember later. But I think that those things are now beginning to take front and center of the work. So that's all you are driving, that's what you are chasing. So you're not really focused, because you're thinking, if I do all, after all said and done, if I do not hit this number, to some people, I'm not bankable. To some people, I'm not a success. And that affects even your reputation, because you can be in meetings with that. No, let's not put Biodun in that thing. No, she cannot translate. Do you understand? Because those things, important, sometimes shallow, have become the yardstick of success.
Wow.
I want to ask about piracy. We've had that conversation almost ever since we were children. Dope pirate movies and all of that. And now we've seen some movies are going to YouTube, some movies are going to streaming platforms, some movies are in cinemas, but we still keep seeing people watch the lowest quality version. How does that affect you as a filmmaker?
I think that one thing it tells you is that people want to watch. And so they would get it at any cost, even the lowest. It just shows you that there's a market.
Yeah.
So as a filmmaker, what we need to think about is, how can I get this? How can I get this content to as many people? Because if you are willing to watch a black film, like, you are not even seeing the color.
Anyhow.
Anyhow. So that means I'm going to film here now. Because you understand that everybody wants to join the conversation. And that is the thing that streaming did for everybody, because it meant that once it was on streaming, whether it was Netflix or Prime or YouTube, anywhere you were in the world, you could join the conversation about the film. So it's really about people being in the moment, not having to wait. You see now when we do cinema releases in Nigeria, a month later or so, they are going to go and do UK release, because you realize that everybody, wherever, the streaming is going to take a while. People want to be in the moment with you, so that as you are saying, it's tough. Myself don't watch it's tough. And that is why there's such a high rise in piracy. That's why piracy will forever be an ongoing war, except we find a way to, decentralize. And that will still be a challenge, because, films go through different windows of premiumness. Right. So the premium window is the cinema. So you still have to learn to wait, instead of you trying to watch a black film.
You still have to wait. But let's go into AI for a bit. Artificial intelligence is now, influencing the script writing, some major things, in the business of filmmaking and production as well. As a filmmaker, do you see AI as a threat to creativity, maybe? Or do you think it's a tool, an effective tool to help reduce the cost of production, amongst other things?
I think for me, it's a collaborative tool. I mean, for me and ChatGPT were like this, 5 and 6. I think it's very collaborative. One of the things that I've used it to do is to interrogate my mind. So when I have an idea, I put it down, I type it down, and I say, and I want it to interrogate, to question. Because before, there was really nobody interrogating why did you make this choice for this character? So for me, it's very collaborative. You know, I've made some very terrible AI marketing videos. I don't care. You know, because you keep learning.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that we should be afraid of it. I think that, again, we should not exploit it, which is what a lot of people are doing. You exploit it because, again, sort of sometimes if you depend on it too much, it dumbs down. So simple things that you can really just sit down and critically think through, you depend so much on it. But if you look at the device in itself as a collaborative tool that helps you to get better, because at the end of the day, now you go write the prompt.
Right.
So if you don't prompt it properly, it will do rubbish.
True.
Yes.
So before we go on a break, I just want to ask this. Now, because I noticed the kind of movies you make.
Yes.
They are always, you know, society-driven, conscious kind of movies.
Okay.
And
Wow.
looking at how the system has been over time, people are saying that we're losing our attention span is shorter. Well, we're losing the intentionality to look for content that is really mind-boggling, like you said. So, as a filmmaker, don't you think, or do you think that you're always putting yourself at risk, creating those kind of movies, those kind of films that are not the regular, let's go and laugh, let's just go and catch cruise, but it's always about, you know, conscious kind of movies. Do you ever feel that as a filmmaker that is not trying to appeal to that large audience of let's just enjoy ourselves? Has that ever been a thing?
No, it does never, because I think that I was very clear on the kind of voice I wanted to own as a filmmaker. We all cannot be doing the same thing.
Right.
We all cannot be eating rice. You gotta put small carrots sometimes to jollof the thing.
Yeah.
So, and so sometimes you need that. Because if you eat rice Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday, be like, so I will be here to give you the eba. I think that is important,
Yeah.
you know, to give you that potpourri. We cannot all make the same films. And I'm very, very clear on the kind of voice that I wanted to own in the Nollywood space. And people have come to respect it. In fact, and again, I've also been able to be very formulaic about how can I serve this, you know, conscious human angle story on a platter of comedy. So I've found a way. And then there are days that you're like, hey, where Masukuni, man? You're going to cry. Yeah, there are days like that. Days when I'm going to cause you to think. But I think that we cannot keep dishing out. And you know, to answer the second thing when you said about the depleting attention span.
Yes.
Yes. And I think the best place to see it is on YouTube, where people are commenting as they are watching.
Yes.
And literally critiquing something that in the next 2 minutes will be answered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you decide to go back to maybe remove that comment because you showed ignorance right there?
Yeah.
Because we just,
It's been answered.
It's been answered. That is how, you know, and somebody put a comment that said that 9 minutes in, I don't get it. You know, and I said to the person, glad you got out of it. You are not, yes, because you are not my audience, because my audience will wait and watch. And understand, maybe 9 minutes in, you just want bass, you just want to be taught. And those things are not helping us, because these are the things that has given rise to toxicity.
Yeah.
Because everybody just wants bass from the opening, we're just fighting, we're just shouting. And why?
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Why?
We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to still talk. We still have our special guest with us, and we will be taking your questions as well. Send us your questions on WhatsApp and on YouTube Live. We'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back. It's still Take 3, and we're still having an amazing time with our very, very, very special guest. Yes, and if you've been with us from the beginning, you see that it's been blast all the way. And I told you can send your messages, your questions earlier, so I'm going to read out a couple of them quickly for our special guest here. So it says, greetings to you, your amazing guest, Auntie Biodun. You shook the table when you talked about kissing roles and married people.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
He said, well done, ma. Please, your advice to anyone who wants to go into producing movies. This Emmy from Kano. So.
Advice.
Yes.
What is the correlation of kissing and advice?
No, you just want down. That was aside.
That was aside.
Yeah, that was aside.
Advice. I think that it's important that you're ready. It's not the easiest to make a film in Nigeria. So I think that you must have, you know, thick skin. Thick skin. And be very, very clear-cut on the kind of movies you want to make. It's not okay, now this one they move, make I do them. You just have to be clear-cut and stay and stick to it. People eventually would see you and appreciate the kind of stories you tell and would respect it.
Okay, let me just read this one quickly. Good afternoon. Please help me ask Madam Biodun Stevens that the other woman in Higi Haga, I beg. Now, why she find that woman? Now, where she find that woman? Always look out for the woman. I can't remember her name. That's what he said. I said, I tell her that we await her cinema movies this year. She get many fans for Kano, Goke from Kano.
I will hold you to it, Goke from Kano, because we are coming to cinema. Let me not see you there.
Goke, you are ready. Better prepare your money. I'm not saying you go and...
Start at John now.
Start it now. All right. So yes, you can still send in your messages and quickly with the little short time we have with our special guest. All right, ladies.
But as we... probably bring this to a close. What would you say has been the biggest impact of your career? Because you're taking, maybe we can say is it the road less traveled, not the conventional one, the person who forces us to sit down and actually listen to dialogue and hear these stories. So what has been your experience with it?
I think that it would be the impact. Every time, so when he asked me, why do I keep doing it? I think the fact that when you get certain emails and certain messages saying, thank you for just, helping me unburden, through your work. We released a film yesterday and it was about rape,
Yeah.
And right there, somebody sent me a really touching email and said, thank you for just spotlighting this. And for me, it's important that you show men, good men, and good women, and bad men and bad women. I think it's just important to just hold a mirror. And for every time I do that, somebody says, thank you. And people send me emails, you see it's really heartfelt prayers. Yeah. I'm like, this is just a blessing for me to be doing this.
Is there anything you would have done differently, though, with your experience and decades in the industry?
Nothing, no. I think that I came in, again, I did not come in very early. I came into the industry in my late 30s. And so I think that life have to show me more shaggy. But I think that it prepared me for the kind of storyteller that I've become now. Yes. So I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. So for those who don't know about the project that she just dropped, This Is Us Now.
Yes.
Go check it out on YouTube.
I've seen it, so...
You've seen it?
Yes, I watched it yesterday.
I am blessed.
Go and check it out. But we want to say thank you very much for this beautiful conversation.
Absolutely.
Beautiful conversation.
Absolutely.
And we know that our fans loved it too. Our viewers loved it too. All your fans from Kano, okay.
Go to the cinema.
Now you talk
I will call you out that time.
We'll help you call him out from the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate you. And we're hoping that we will get to have you again some other time.
I'm always here. I'm 5 minutes away from you.
That is it.
She's a trust tone away.
A trust on away. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we call it a wraps for today. And you know how we always do it now. We come back again, same time, 4 p.m. every Monday to Friday. But we're not going to leave you without giving you all the updates on all the biggest entertainment conversations happening all around the world. From myself and the gang and our very, very special guest, we say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
On Entertainment News, we begin with the latest update on the ongoing P-Square family feud. Veteran singer Daddy Shoki says he has personally tried to reconcile the Okoye brothers, but his efforts have not been successful. Speaking on the lingering rift, he revealed that he has stepped in several times to broker peace between Peter, Paul, and Jude Okoye, but hinted that the issues run much deeper than what the public knows. While refusing to disclose private details, Daddy Shoki expressed hope that the family will eventually put their differences aside and reunite. Meanwhile, Afrobeat star Rema has fans buzzing after announcing a brand new single titled T. The track, produced by Grammy-winning producer DJ Mustard, is scheduled for release this Friday. The announcement has already generated excitement online, with many fans anticipating another global hit from Rema. Over to Ghana, where the University of Ghana Medical Center has responded to allegations made by comedian Michael Blackson that the hospital placed financial considerations ahead of patients' care and failed to demonstrate compassion towards his family following his mother's death on July 16, 2026. But the medical center insists it followed all proper medical procedures and has defended the professionalism of its staff and stated that an internal review had been conducted after the allegations emerged. On an emotional note, veteran filmmaker Ola Balogun has revealed one of his final wishes. The ailing filmmaker and scriptwriter says his kidneys and eyes should be donated to people in need after his death. Balogun explained that if his organs can help improve or save lives, it will be a meaningful way to continue giving back beyond his decades-long contribution to Nigerian cinema. American singer, songwriter, and actor Joe Jonas is opening up about his mental health journey. The Jonas Brothers star revealed that the challenges of building a solo career became so overwhelming that he sought therapy. According to Joe, the commercial response to his first solo album was what initially led him to seek professional help. The experience gave him the tools to manage the pressure of fame and emerge stronger both personally and professionally. And finally, it's a double celebration for Oscar-winning actress Michelle Yeoh, as the Everything Everywhere All at Once star marks her 64th birthday today. Organizers of the Busan International Film Festival have announced she will receive the prestigious Asian Filmmaker of the Year award. The honor recognizes Yeoh's trailblazing career, her groundbreaking achievements, and her lasting impact on Asian and global cinema. Talk about the perfect birthday gift. That's all on Entertainment News.